I read the script and absolutely loved it. And
isn't he great, by the way?
Oh.
I didn't have to do this so big.
I did it for the money. Think of what this movie could have been if my part hadn't cost $35 million. I know my trajectory to getting into this, but I'm curious. I know that I read the script and just thought I didn't know. I mean, I remember my wife Liza, I said, this is incredible, but what do I know? My wife is much smarter than I am, and I had her read it, and she said, oh, they still make movies like this? This is fantastic. But I didn't know who was involved. And then I found out that you were involved, and I was just over the moon. And
what a gift for any actress to get it. This screenplay was such a rich opportunity, right? It's all opportunity, and to have this thing of this character who was just fascinating and disorienting and raw and funny and very, I thought, oh goodness me, what an opportunity, and I cannot fuck this up. What a gift. So it was that really was the thing, why wouldn't I want to do it? But I felt very obviously intimidated and daunted by it as well at the same time. So it was that probably how you felt, like a bit of
No, not at all. I knew that the man has finally met the moment. I was very intimidated, and when I found out that you were doing it, watched you play drama, watched you play comedy, and be seemingly, this is not how it feels to you, I'm sure, but just looking effortless with all of it. And so I thought, I'm going to be in these very intimate scenes with Rose Byrne that are very emotionally resonant, and I do not want to be, hi, I'm the guy who's a talk show host, and now I'm doing this, and so I took it really seriously because of Mary's brilliance and your brilliance. I just wanted to not screw things up and be there for you guys. I remember very well our first day of shooting together. I had this revelation, which is we had a scene and it starts out very quietly and then it builds and you're just going through every emotion. And I watched this all happen. And I think on the first take, I wasn't quite there because I was watching. You have to make this whole world come to life using your tools as an actor. How do you prepare for something that's this camera is right in your face the whole time?
Well, I definitely don't. I'm sort of disassociated enough that I think, well, I'm going to try it, but maybe I don't know if anyone's going to see this. So I'm like, I have that healthy sort of, you can't anticipate how a project will ever be received. But Mary Bronstein is very driven by performance. She trained as an actress. She went to Tisch, and she was determined for us to have rehearsals. And I know you rehearsed as well. And we carved out like 5 or 6 weeks where I would just go over to her place and drop off my kids at camp or school or whatever it was during the early summer, and we would just be sat at her kitchen table for 3 days a week just combing through the script. So it was magic. We had this time. And so when we got to set, we had all the conversations and we could just actually be present. The film, it was shot on 35, which was, so magic. It's so gorgeous. But there was, after that first day when I realized how close it would be, I was like, okay, I'm going to adjust. And we had this incredible cinematographer, Christopher Messina, who has a wonderful temperament, who is so present but also makes you feel like he's not even there in a way, so you feel free. Yeah, it's very, very specific kind of atmosphere Mary created.
But it is interwoven into the real character of this person.
Thank you. No, I'm so drawn to performances that always inhabit opportunity for comedy. As a viewer, I just gravitate to that so much, and I thought in the script there was so much dark. Obviously, it's very dark humor, but it's in there, and it's character driven, and it's from situations, and I approach comedy like a drama, except on top of that, you have to get a laugh. laugh, you know. So it's for me, it's very much the same process. In fact, I think it's harder because I think the joke is so precious, you know, trying to find that. And this is obviously very dark, but any opportunity I could. And it was about.
Good luck with that, because I was thinking you have this beautiful, amazing movie, and you're going to cut to the back seat, and there'll be literally like a Muppet back there going, "Hi, everybody!" You're like, this is gonna. And then I saw it, and it's
It's like kind of a comedy set piece.
Yeah. And to do that in the middle of this other reality, the movie doesn't give itself over to. I don't know. It doesn't give itself over to just we're gonna just go with the drama and the loss and the pain. We're not doing that, and that takes so much discipline.
It does. I agree. It's a fine-tuned machine. The film of letting out the air and letting people laugh, whether it's through that sequence or even like I think the sequences with A$AP Rocky are very like a bit of a relief because his character is so. She's so hostile, my character, and his character's so laid back, and so that gives the opportunity. And I know
he has so much crazy charisma.
I know,
that guy. And I remember we did some event together, and I don't have any scenes with A$AP, so I'm there, and I'm meeting him for the first time, and he is the most charismatic.
We're texting all the time, like, and Conan is so encouraging. Glass half full, and very much appreciate it.
Not with myself, but with others. Yeah, my texts to myself are hideous, and sometimes sexual. But no, I'm so happy for you, and just delighted, just absolutely delighted, and I hope. I'm telling you, she doesn't love this kind of, you know, and that's a great quality of yours. You are so rooted in the earth and in goodness, but I just hope you can take a second and take all this in.
Oh, no.
Let's hear it for Rose Byrne, everybody.